So welcome to another Chris show. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate you for that. If you enjoy the content that I deliver on a consistent basis, please be sure to subscribe. You turn on the notification bell for all my videos. You like and comment on the videos with your opinion. But as we all know, this has been election week, and typically election weeks are decided the night of, but this wasn't a historical election, and in a historical election, it kind of drew on. It's been dragging on the whole week. We all been tossing and turning. Some people haven't slept. You wake up, you check the score, you go back to sleep. When it came to Tuesday night, it looked like Donald Trump was going to become our president because all the votes they counted were the in-person votes first, and as we all know, Democrats typically mail in their ballots, so it looked like Trump was ahead in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. A sleepy Joe, as Donald Trump wanted to call him, he wasn't sleeping apparently during this election week because every night, whether you checked in 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning, you'd come back and you see Joe Biden was either creeping up, extending his lead, or you knew what was coming. I would say Wednesday, it was still really up in the air on who was going to win. It was starting to lean towards Biden, but come Thursday, we all know what was coming. Biden was projected the winner. He was going to win Pennsylvania. He was looking like he was going to win Georgia potentially because all the votes in Fulton County and Savannah, and we all know he was more than likely going to win Nevada because it was stuck in Clark County. Either way, the writing was on the wall, and that's when our former president Donald Trump was going out sad. He was saying this election was fraud, that only legal votes should count even though all these votes are legal. We have Republicans trying to act like the Democrats rigged the election. But why would the Democrats rig the election but then they wouldn't rig the Senate? Someone please explain that to me. If you're gonna rig something, you're gonna rig it the whole way. So the Democrats would have had the Senate, they wouldn't have lost any House reps, and they would have won Joe Biden if they were cheating, as some of you Republicans are saying. But that's besides the point. The Senate race, it comes down to in Georgia, there were 2 runoffs. That's when neither senator was able to get 50% of the vote. So we have John Ossoff versus David Perdue. Ossoff is the Democrat, Perdue is the Republican. And then we have Raphael Warnock versus Kelly Loeffler. So if the Democrats were able to flip both of those seats, then it would be stuck at a 50-50 Senate race, and that means Kamala Harris, keep in mind the first female vice president in history, would have the final vote when it comes to the Senate, and no longer Mitch McConnell would have. So yes, Joe Biden just won now, but the important elections are not over. Like I said, in January, you need to pay attention to Georgia because that will decide the Senate, and that will decide how easy will it be for Democrats to pass things in their favor and pass things to help us and help us get past the COVID. Also, yeah, the COVID isn't going away because the cases are at an all-time high. We've eclipsed over 120,000 cases in a day. We have 2,500 people dying a day. It's only getting worse. It's not getting better. It's just, this has been a really crazy week. We have Trump supporters that were in Arizona and Michigan and Nevada going up to the voting places saying, stop the count or keep the count. Trump has just been, he's just handled this like a grown-ass child. He's not handled this with dignity. When you lose, that's what decides the winners from the losers, and Trump showed that he can't handle any bit of adversity because all he wants to do is cry, Wayne, they cheating me, Wayne, the vote. The media's fake news. He turned on Fox News, who he once loved, because Fox News called Arizona. Yes, they probably called it prematurely, but it's looking like they're going to be writing it in. There's a reason they didn't call Nevada these last few days, because then Fox News would have to call the election. Just everything has been on hold because of Donald Trump and his behavior. It's erratic. We all know he's unhinged. He'll do whatever to get his supporters to back him up. And that's some of the things we need to watch going forward. We need to watch how these Trumpers handle being lose. Are they going to call it a fake election? They already had someone in LA saying that he was going to shoot Democrats. Luckily, he's under arrest. But there's still civil arrests in the air. That's all I'm trying to say. There still need to pay attention. There's going to be a lot of unhappy people going around. There's going to be a lot of happy people too, because as we all know, Biden was the more popular candidate. He won the popular vote by over 4 million. The vote hasn't been finished counting. It can potentially get up to 5 million. Who knows? Either way, the people have decided. They talked about it. They're about it. They want Joe Biden to be the president. They don't want the guy where you have to wake up every morning and wonder, what's Trump gonna say today? What's Trump gonna tweet today? What bullshit or what nonsense is he gonna spew today that we're gonna have to deal with? It stressed a lot of people out. For some of you boring people that live vicariously through Trump, these last 4 years have been great because nothing else in your life really adds excitement but this man that's a businessman that's never really had a successful business that goes on forever, always bankrupted, Biden, always attacking people. This was your person that you could live vicariously through because you're too pussy to do that in your actual life. So you only lived through it through Trump. You got your Make America Great Again hats. You're wearing it proud. You had your flags on. What are you gonna do now? Some of you are probably still gonna wear it proudly. Some of you are gonna go into hiding and act like you never voted for Trump. Some of you are gonna act like, when's Eric Trump gonna run? We want to keep this Trump line going. It's gonna be a lot of people acting up, acting different, acting like they haven't seen before. You're gonna see people trying to reconcile friendships that ended over politics. Me personally, if we ended up stop talking, leave it at that. Have a good life. I don't wish any ill will on you or nothing, but you're not someone I really want to talk to on a day-to-day basis either. So it's just, there's so much to take in from this. Like I said, we have our first woman vice president, and we have a first African-American vice president, a first Indian vice president. There's just a lot of things being crossed off the checklist. Power to Joe Biden, because if Bernie Sanders ran, there's no question that Donald Trump wins easy. Well, because Biden's a little bit more moderate, he's a little bit more safe to people. They're more willing to, okay, I'm willing to ride out with Biden, apparently, than they would have been with Bernie. That's how I feel. I do like Bernie, but the most important thing was getting Trump out of the office, because no one was trying to do this for 4 more years. These last 4 years have been hectic. Before politics with Trump, you didn't have to check politics every day. You didn't have to worry about it every day. But ever since Trump's been in office, like I said, I'm always getting a notification. I'm always getting a reminder. I'm always getting something about this man. Now, personally, I just can't wait to see the notifications for his meltdown, when they're gonna have to drag his ass out of the White House, whether they're gonna charge him as a felon, whether he's gonna step down as a president because he don't want to do the last 2 months and he gonna let Pence do it. There's just a lot of things to pay attention to with Trump. His conceding speech isn't even gonna be a conceding speech. Probably it's just gonna be a, I was robbed, you need to be on standby and all of that. Check the Supreme Courts. We know how Trump's agenda is at this point. There's no point in sugarcoating it. He's gonna bullshit. He's gonna feed his fan base the lies. They're gonna eat it up. It is what it is. Let's just be happy that come January 21st, he's no longer the acting president. So you guys let me know in the comments section, how did you guys feel about this whole week? Did you, on Tuesday night, you thought Donald Trump was gonna win? When did you start really feeling like Biden was gonna win and started feeling safe about it? Like I said, me personally, I started feeling better Wednesday night, but once Thursday morning happened, I felt really confident and really good that he was gonna win. Just need to wait it out. And also, do you think the Democrats will be able to grab the Senate from Georgia in the next 2 months, or do you think the Republican majority will happen? That one's a little up in the air, because now Georgia's a battleground state. Who would have ever thought Georgia would be a battleground state? That's how you know things are changing. People are moving places. More people are moving to Atlanta than ever before. More people have been moving to Phoenix ever before. That's why Arizona now is starting to be a battleground state as well. There's just a lot to pay attention to with America going forward. And this goes for both parties. They're gonna have to adjust their agendas. They're gonna have to adjust how they approach people going forward, because Democrats have a problem with attracting the working class. The Republicans have problems attracting minorities at a big number. They get some, but they don't get enough to where they can win. So that's where both of these parties are gonna have to readjust in the 2020s, figure out what works, what doesn't, because people are getting tired of both sides and not getting anything done, and you know, lesser of two evils. We need to start actually having actions, following through and submitting them, and not just spreading lies like how Trump is saying we're gonna have the wall built and then he never gets built, and they're gonna get rid of Obamacare and never got rid of it. We're tired of being promised stuff and never being delivered. So hopefully, Democrats, you can start doing it. I'm not gonna hold out hope, because you know, politicians, they say one thing and it's another. But like I said, it's a victory. Trump is no longer in office. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Are you just happy he's gone? Are you one of the people that believe he was being cheated? Do you think this is gonna go to the Supreme Court? I don't think it's gonna go to the Supreme Court, because none of the races are close enough to be challenging them at this point. So it is what it is. Trump, you lost. I'm happy you lost. Can't wait till the day where you get the movers truck out of the White House and your dumbass is gone. And as you know, if Chris, whenever the news is there, I'm gonna give it to you, whether that's politics, whether that's hip-hop news, whether that's sports news, whether that's any type of news, I'm gonna give it to you. That's why you need to make sure you subscribe, you have notification bell turned on for all my videos, you like, comment, share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. This Chris, I'm out, this motherfucker.